Yo. Y'all see it? Wolfing a little bit, man. Quarantining. Letting that gray grow out. Finally got that thing switched up. J Money came through. But we about to get some work done in this thing here today, man. So last time y'all seen it, we was messing with the door panels and all that. What we about to do, we actually put the pushers in there, right there. So now we gotta install these solenoids right here. So I picked the day, man. The day lovely out. I ain't even gonna lie, like it's nice and cool. You can tell it's fall. So we want to go ahead and get things shaking, you know what I'm saying? You definitely don't want to be laying on the ground in the cold or whatnot. So we definitely got to get this tranny from up under this car. We definitely got to get the engine bay cleaned out, painted and everything, remove some of the rust, you know, repair some stuff so we can go ahead and get the new engine off in there. I'll be doing a box open. I order some more stuff to go up under there. I was going to use some old stuff. But then I was like, nah, let me go ahead and get everything brand new so I know what I got going on. So with that being said, man, we're going to get this job right here started as far as, you know what I'm saying, hooking these solenoids and whatnot up. So I'm going to find my latches and whatnot. They should be, I'm going to turn the camera around for you. So I find my latches right here, as you can see. So there you have it. This little latch right here is what pulls the door and pops it open right here. So now, and it has its own little spot to sit in right there. So basically what we're gonna do, we're gonna find us a spot up in here someplace and we're gonna mount this solenoid so it'll be able to pull this latch right here. So now what I got to do is I'm going to end up having to put my door panel back on. I know my latch is right up in here, actually lined up with this. So when I put my door panel back on, I'll be able to just look at that back there, mark my door panel, look and see where my spot's at, because I got to cut the backing out of the door panel anyway, the one that I made, and then I'll be able to mount my solenoid in here. Another thing you want to be cautious of is you got to remember that you got mechanics back there already as far as your window motor, all this other stuff. So you want to be cautious of that too when starting to drill holes and stuff into the door. So we're going to find some place to put this thing because we need to have it so we're to make a straight pull and pop this door open. So let's just make that happen right quick. Y'all stay tuned. Let me put this door panel back on this thing. All right, so I got the door panel on there. So now I'll go ahead and take my wire right here loose. Just my solenoid right here. And I'm gonna see where I can, how much room I can make back here. Cause it's gonna sit on the metal once I get it in there. I ain't worried about that part. It's just, I got controls that need to go back in here. As far as the door panel go, the actual buttons and all the other stuff gotta go back behind this door panel right here. So I'm trying to see exactly what I need to do to get this thing to fall in place. I'm supposed to have a speaker ring going right here, so that's my thing on that. Speaker ring going right there. So if I can kind of go off in this corner right here, I might be all right. The only downfall to that is when it's time to cut the back of my door panel, I'm gonna be real close to the top of my piece right here. So that's the only thing about that. And then my cable length. So if I can get about here, I'm guessing about right there, I'll be all right. But I don't know, we're gonna have to see how we can get this thing off in there and then make some moves from there. Right now, I actually have clearance right there, and my solenoid to be straight, but then we're gonna have to see how far the cable will actually go. So that's the key part of it all right there. Now is I'm gonna probably end up having to mark this thing, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, or go ahead and try to make me a spot at the back of this panel right here, and just go ahead and cut some stuff out. Being that it's got to pull that cable in the back. So this is the extreme part of this job right here, because I can't put it on the back end of the door right here, because it won't be able to pull. It's got to pull back that way. So just looking at it, where I can mount it, that's probably gonna be my best position to mount it right here, right off in here, so it'll actually be behind my switches and all. If it's rubbing a switch or something, then I'll be okay with that. If I can put it right off in here at an angle like that, I'll be okay. So that's what we're gonna try to do, man. We're gonna take the door panel back off, and we're gonna try to get it right. If not, then we're gonna have to work with this right here. But we know we got a certain point we gotta stay under, and we know we got a certain spot we gotta stay back close to. So with that being said, I'm kind of trying to debate now whether I want to go ahead and cut the back of those panels out, or whether I want to go ahead and put my popper in, because right now my popper kind of looks like it's supposed to be right here, which is a hard thing to work with or whatnot. But we're gonna have to, we're gonna see. We're definitely gonna see. So let's see what we can get done with that, man. I'm gonna get me a marker. I'm gonna put this back inside the door panel, and then once I get this back inside the door panel, I'm gonna go ahead and cut my piece out of the back of my door panel, and then I'll mark it up from there, man. So I'm gonna cut y'all off while I'm doing this cutting and stuff. I just want y'all to see what I had going on here. Hopefully we don't go through the back aisle panel. I mean, well, you know, through the front aisle panel. I should have had some more screws or something to hold it, so I wouldn't have to worry about breaking the board. But we're gonna slow the speed down on this thing right here just a little bit, so we too worried about the cut on the back being perfect. want to get enough meat so where when it's time to come on out, I can get it on out. So. Hold this while I cut. So we did bump the speed up just a little. See if we can get a little turn on there. We done rattle our door panel loose. I see that part. We get it back together with a little glue. See, we crack loose right here. Put a little glue on that, we be straight. So now you can see right here where we got our back cut out. This is what I was trying not to do, was get into this right here, but I got into it anyway. So we gonna have to fix that as well. And it ain't hurt it too bad. Too bad, but you can still see the cracks in it from the front. But remember, this whole thing got to get fleeced anyway. I'll show y'all so y'all don't make the same mistake. I don't know if y'all can see that hairline cracking now. So now what we're gonna end up doing is going and getting our glue and gluing all these pieces right here back in place before we can go any further, because we got to make sure this right here stay on to the door panel. So y'all stay tuned. All right, so we done hit this thing with that glue, Autobahn. Nice to see you. And right here, I just went with some hot glue so I can get that thing held in place on the back end. I got some hot glue. They ain't quite tack all the way up yet, but we can get it back in the car and go ahead and get that one popper on now, and we should be straight. I want to see if that one popper is gonna work, and if that worked, then when I start messing with the rest of the doors, I know exactly what I need to do as far as cutting and everything. So that's my whole objective for the day on that right there. So let me get this door panel back on, find my marker. I know I got my marker someplace on me, and then we'll try and get this solenoid inside this door. All right, we back. Cutting the camera on late. I had to, of course, you know, I had to glue the back of the door back. Then I had to start with my self-tapping screws to get the solenoid, you know what I'm saying, to sit flat right there. So now what I'm trying to do is I'm gonna try and get me a screw, self-tapping screw down in the bottom down here. And I'm not going all the way through what I'm not doing, because I got a motor on the other side of the door. So that's one of the reasons I'm not going all the way through with it. If I had some shorter self-tapping screws, then I can go ahead and drill these right here in. Now, I do have some screws. I just don't know whether or not they're gonna be long enough to hold them in there. So if they're not, I'm gonna have to go and buy some screws to hold them in there. So these right here, for one, the thread ain't big enough for no. I got some screws in the house or someplace around here that's probably gonna be big enough to put in the door. I gotta find them, but you can see right here where I got my solenoid where I want it. So basically what we're gonna do now, man, is I'm gonna see if I can find some screws. If I can find the screws, then I go ahead and get these in there. If I can't, I'm gonna see if I can take a cutter, cut these right here short, these self-tapping screws short, at least 4 of them short, and then, or 3 of them short anyway. And then I'll go ahead and try to put these in there. So y'all stay tuned. All right, so what I end up doing is taking my self-tappings and just cutting them with my grinder, with my cutting wheel. So I'm gonna see if that's gonna work to hold these right here in place. And another thing I'm gonna do, and I'm about to forget about, is I got some washers right here that I'm gonna put on them. Now, being that I cut these screws, it's gonna fight with me just a little bit to get them started. Once you get them started, because you got to think about it, you had to cut your thread. But once you get them started, you should be straight. Y'all wanna fight with me a little bit, I'm taking that back. Okay, so we got them nice and tight. So the solenoid tight to my door now. Even with the 2 in there. So we straight with the 2 in there. Right there. So what I do is I just take this one right here. I drop that one in my box over there. Now what I gotta end up doing now is I'm gonna have to pull this screw here out. And then you can see I got a ground wire that I gotta put in this door. So I got a long ground wire right here. Your ground wire does not have to be this long right here. You can make your ground wire short. Actually, if you want to be smart about it, you could take this wire right here and just easily put it behind that right there. And I kind of show you what I mean, because it's gonna ground out on that door either way it goes. So I'm gonna just pull my screw back just a little bit. And what you'll see me do is take this clamp here. Grab my pliers, close that in some. And then I can slide this here right behind my screw. And then tighten it up. So now, your ground wire right there, hooked up to your door. If you want to be smart about that. that's gonna be grounded to this anyway. This going into that. Regardless of how you do it, it's still grounded to the body, but the way they got it on the diagram, they want you to put a ground wire up here next to the top. So, you know, with that being said, what I probably end up doing is I'm gonna take it and well, for now, this is what I do for now. Just so we can get this thing right here working, and then I do that on my own time. I'm gonna go ahead and finish taking this screw here out and putting this back on. And I'll go ahead and put my screw back in. For my solenoid. Take it and flex it back towards the back. Right there. So I can get my wires out of the way. So that's nice and tight. So my ground wire is still long. This right here, my hot wire. Y'all go back and look at that video. How I actually did that with this hot wire. So I'm gonna take this. This right here actually goes to my moving my tools out the way. Show y'all what I got going on. Yeah. Y'all can see. I got my relay, which is right here. I got a push button switch on there. And then I got, this is the brain of it all right here. Now, if you notice that I ain't run nothing to nothing yet. So the reason why I didn't run anything to anything yet, because I'm gonna have to run this back through the, where the accessory wires go inside the door. So I'm gonna have to tuck these wires back in through here and then run them through the door so I can have them inside the car. Right now, I'm just hooking this up. Just so we could get some power to this thing, and we can go ahead and see if this works. So with my relay right here, I got everything already marked. I got my switch already hooked up. So what I'm gonna do right here is I'm gonna just take my hot and just put it on here for right now. And then I got one that actually goes to a constant 12 volt. We're gonna put that on a fuse. And then we actually, for our box here, we got a hot and we got a ground for our box. So I sit all this in the car right here. And then you got your ground for your switch as well. I mean your push button as well. So your ground for your push button. We can probably put that on. We'll put this. We could have actually put that right there if we wanted to, or you could put it down here on the bottom. And then what I do is I go and I get me a 1-pin connector, and I connect that to my door panel, because my switch, my push button switch, which is right here, that'll be sitting inside the door panel once we start customizing all this stuff. So for right now, what we're gonna do is let's let's be smart about it. What we'll do, so we'll know this right here is actually getting the ground too, and it's grounded right there. I'm gonna take that screw back off of this, and I'm gonna put that one right there as well. That way, once I get this right here, this will be right here sitting from my door panel, and then I won't have that far to go when it's time for me to actually disconnect my 1 pin from there. And I'm gonna show y'all what kind of harnesses I use. Order them off of eBay. You pull the pins out yourself, put them back in. So I'm just taking this right here loose again. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna stick it on the same one I had the solenoid on. Now you get some people, I will tell you, they will put resistors in line for these things. And the reason they put resistors in lines is because you don't want a negative going back through your hot wire. Now, me myself, when I use my hot wire, what I'm gonna end up doing is I'm gonna put me a fuse. That's why I'm running it all back through the actual door, or running my hot back through the door. My grounds can stay here, and this actual ground right here be to my door panel. But I'm gonna run it all back through the door, and then this hot wire right here will go to a fuse on its own, so I know that I can label it door popper. So right now, basically what I'm gonna do, man, is I'm gonna either get my jump box or a battery, and then I sit it in the floorboard or whatever the case may be, and then we'll see whether or not this thing here working like it's supposed to. The solenoid is supposed to push in, and when that pulls in, it's gonna pull this. So just while I'm working to get this done, and while I already got that on there, I'm just gonna show y'all what they sent. And it's supposed to be some little crimps. Okay, I see them. They inside the pack right here. It's 2 little crimps that they sent that you could put on these pins. And I don't know if y'all see it, they do come with the remote as well. So what we gonna do with this wire here, I know I said I was gonna start making brief videos, but it's kind of hard when you're doing, I'm actually getting this right here locked down on my solenoid. Tires. And I'm gonna come over here and squeeze. Those are definitely locked now. Yeah, another good squeeze. So that's definitely locked on there. That ain't going no place, as you can see. All right, now for the other end, these are the little pieces that I was telling you about right here. They send you 2 of these. I was trying to just use the one, but I see where it's gonna make me use the. Remember that extra wire? There it go. That extra little piece of wire that was causing me, giving me a hard time. Just go ahead, went ahead and I yanked it out right quick. Alright. Now, what we got is we are going here. So now what we can do, we'll take this and go right back through this one. And we can actually start start doing our adjustments here. So you can see where you got that nice and tight. Lock right here, as you can see. Now what we gotta end up doing is adjusting this right here. So I'm gonna adjust my pin, and once I adjust my pin, then we can start getting this thing to bolt up to this, and then I show y'all what's what. But I still gotta get my wires on. So all right, so I'll show you what I had to do. When I was messing with this door right here, I was trying to get this right here nice and snug to my cable. I already tightened it up now, but I was trying to get it nice and snug to that cable right there. So when that solenoid pulls it, that popper right there is supposed to kick it out. But I didn't want to keep recording and have y'all sitting there waiting and watching until I had everything all set up, plugged up, ready to go. So with that being said, I'm gonna try and move some of this stuff right here out of my way. And my assistant, Toot out here. I just had Fee out here, but she just went back in. So I'm gonna move some of this stuff right here out the way. I'm gonna turn y'all back on after I move it out the way, because I'm gonna go ahead. I'll just show y'all a little something right quick. All this stuff right here is already wired into the switch. It's gonna get rewired. Y'all can go back and look at my video on how I actually did the relay, because I D-pinned the middle pin and then just ran my constant hot in through my yellow and blue. And I give you the numbers. When you go on them, the numbers are already like on there. Like you see the A, the 87A, the 87, the 86, the 30, and the 85. The numbers on the video. If y'all can't find it, when y'all go to my videos or whatnot, just ask me where it's at, and I'll put a link by replying back to y'all. So this right here goes to my hot. This right here goes to the hot on the solenoid. But you can see that green wire right here is already hooked up to the solenoid. You got your ground right here from your switch, which is the opposite side of the switch. Push button, which goes to, remember I ground that out on the solenoid as well. So now the only thing I got left is just to a box right here. You got a hot and a ground on there, which is these two wires. These two wires right here. I'll show them to you. This is my hot. This is my ground. These two wires right here go to the battery. And that should be it right there. One of my remotes If not both of them. Let me check and see. It should be already active. Okay. So this one is active. And this one is active. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get the battery. We're gonna plug the battery up, and then what I do is I just close the door. I really don't want to run them through the door like this right here and pinch my wires, but I'm gonna do that. Or what I will do is I tell you what I do. I get some clamps, and then I'm just gonna get a battery, sit my battery in the seat right here inside the car, so that way my relay and all this stuff right here could be out of the way. And as well, this is the hot wire that I'm gonna run to my constant. So my constant has to go to the battery as well. So let me go ahead and hook my constant up, and then I go ahead and hook the battery up in here and let y'all see exactly what's going on. So everything is getting powered from the relay and my actual module right here. There's a lot of stuff in y'all way right now. Once I clean this stuff up, I give y'all a better video. I got the tools and all in the way. Oh, y'all can see what's going on. So now there you have it. Right here, you got your relay. We're gonna get us a constant going to this. I'm gonna take this right here off. Right here, we got our ground and our positive on our switch right here. So we're gonna get us some tape and stuff to go on that and run it to a battery, and we're gonna see what we got. Y'all stay tuned. All right, I'm back. So I'm using my car battery right there. It's for this car right here, but I'm using that, and I got my battery charger on it just so I can stay consistent at 12 volts. So I could barely reach my switch over here on the other side, wherever it's at, but I press it. You can see what I got going on right there. So what I'm gonna try to do now is see if I can get a nice firm closing on the door. As you can see, and then I got the remotes someplace in my pocket. Let me see. Or I had the remotes in my pocket. Okay, I got one right here. And I gotta reprogram these things, man, cause you know, every time you hook to a battery or whatever, you gotta reprogram. So we about to see if this thing right here work, man. So right now, the reason why I say I gotta program it, because my unlock is working like my lock, and my lock is working like my unlock. So we're gonna hit the unlock, the lock, and see what happens. There you have it. Yeah. Okay. Close this thing back right quick. I'm gonna go get Toot right quick. I'm gonna let Toot hit this button and see what happens. See how he like it. Yo, so game in the house got Toot. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let him install door solenoids and connect when we get back. Then we go ahead and check that off, just so I can go ahead and show y'all the board. I was supposed to get more work than this done today, but man, I don't know what it was. Like, I got hit with a little funk, and it was like, threw me off, man. So go outside, y'all stay. So I got Toot outside, and we're gonna let him try this thing. Right now, I'm gonna tell Toot what I got going on. I got the car battery in there, and I got the battery charger on it, so we can stay to a full 12 volts. So we can give it a test run or whatnot to see what we got going on. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and you gotta hit your lock button, because your unlock button don't work. Yeah. So you mean to tell me your door pops out when you push the button? Close it gently, or you know, Hit it again. Okay. So I had to push of a button. That's how Toot getting in this car these days, man. All right, let's go. So, Toot, what you think about it, man?
That's hard.
That's
hard.
We got the door panel sitting right there on the ground. Once I get everything wired up, get the door panel back in there, I can go ahead and start fleecing your door panel, so I can go ahead and mold that for you. You saw today where I did some work on the inside of the house. I did some work on the inside of the house, and I was actually saucing up some LEDs. Look at him, man. He can't get enough of it now. He can't get enough of it. So now we gotta unhook our battery. We about to smoke up something. Why is the solenoid staying on?
That thing got too much power.
Yeah, so oh, I know why. For one, I ain't even put my fuse in line. So we got to put that inline fuse back in there. So that inline fuse is actually going to kick it back. Remember I was telling y'all about the negative going back to the solenoid. So hopefully we ain't throw too much power to the solenoid and mess up nothing. But shoot, that's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much it. So just so I can, I'm gonna double check something. Hold that right there for me for a second too. Just so I can double check something here. I'm gonna trace this wire here all the way back. You notice how solenoid started getting hot, like right around now. And I got this thing onto my relay pretty good, y'all. I'm loosening it up from the relay. Hold on for a second. I'll wire all this back up anyway. Okay. So now I just unhook everything. But I had 12 volts running to that, and I had the battery charge on it. I ain't gonna lie, it was actually too much power to the door, so it was causing my solenoid to get hot. Hopefully I ain't messing nothing up on it. So I didn't, but you can see how that 12 volt got that thing smoking. So that's a full 12. This is why you gotta put an inline fuse big enough, and why you gotta have these big wires like this right here. If I am mistaken, I think this is like a 12 volt wire. Could be, but anyway, again, you know, you can see my solenoid. Getting a little warm. So we got that right. Tomorrow I'm gonna have to find me a nice, oh, I got some fuses in the house, my bad. I'm sitting here rushing to get this thing all installed and all. We're gonna leave all the wires and stuff inside the car. Y'all see where we got everything working. The biggest thing to it all is getting the proper size fuse on this wire, because this wire right here has to go to a constant, which, you know, you're gonna actually put it to a constant hot, and that's why you need that inline fuse on that right there. This wire right here goes to a ground. This battery is not inside the car. I know a lot of y'all probably saying, well, the battery should still have a ground. No, it shouldn't, because the negative on the battery is what holds the ground to this right here. Because if you're not, then you're not getting a total circuit to run a ground all the way around to the solenoid right here. So with that being said, like I say, we know how to wire all this stuff right here up. I just got to take my time and get it done, and then get the battery back up under the hood. After I go ahead and get the battery back up under the hood, then I'll actually show y'all what's what. My jump box, I wish that was fully charged. Usually if the jump box is fully charged, I can go ahead and I can use the jump box, and the jump box will actually kick that 12 volts to that. The only thing I don't like about that, and it's probably this drop cord right here. Usually if I'm sitting out here welding or something, and you got to pull a drop cord like this right here, you ain't pulling enough power. So you can see my jump box still on red for right now. So that's the thing with that. So yeah, man, y'all know what it is, man. Your boy Rich Everything. Y'all see the pros, the cons. Y'all seen where I made mistakes, whole 9 yards on this whole setup. So, you know, that's pretty much that. Ain't trying to sit here and hide nothing from y'all. You know, y'all got a chance to see everything on this whole install. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people ain't gonna show y'all the mistakes that they make. A lot of people just gonna run with it, and they show you the upside of it when they get it working. Y'all saw the defects that I had with working with the cable. Y'all saw the defects that I had with trying to do it with just the jump box, not enough power, not having enough tension on the puller to actually open the door, not having an inline fuse. Man, look at here, man. It's a lot of work, I ain't even gonna lie, and I was so anxious to get it done till I almost got to a point to where you saw what was happening. I was actually sitting here putting too much stress on my solenoid by having too much power thrown to it without an inline fuse. So with that being said, man, my boy J.T. say he happy, my bad, my boy, and he about to make me laugh behind the camera, but my boy J.T.Verified say he happy with the door popper. I'm definitely happy with the door popper. I don't know. So I guess we'll try and get we're gonna try and get the other one in on the other side. And then another thing I gotta do is set this actual module right here, so whenever we hit one button, we're not. And I want to show y'all a little something too, a little something else I did. Another thing, another flaw that I had. If you notice right here when Toot was like, you got to hit it twice, that was actually my bad, because I got 2 greens hooked up to my switch. I should have only had 1 green hook up to the switch. But earlier, and this is the 1 green right here. I'm gonna go ahead and take that one loose. Right here, I had this extra green hook up, and that actually that's set up for a whole nother door. So that was another one of my problems right there, and why we was getting too much power to the solenoid. So yeah, man, you gotta take your time and get this stuff right here right, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, it ain't just something you just gonna jump in here and say, well, oh, I got this, let's go. You gotta make sure you got these wires and all right. That's why I started with this right here, because when it comes down to the wiring, these dashboards, the motor, all this other stuff, if you can't get this right here right, or if I can't get it right and learn from this, then I definitely don't want to be tampering with this right here, because that's where you see a lot of people actually get their cars caught on fire and all this other good stuff by simple little stuff like these unlocked solenoids and all the mosquitoes getting bad out here. These unlocked solenoids and all. So we're gonna get the proper inline fuses and all, and then once we get the proper inline fuses and everything, man, we're gonna go ahead and finish installing this thing. So you can see right there, I'm gonna put me another washer on this one. Just snug that up in there. Something better. Well, that ain't going no place for the night. And we pretty much done. So I'm gonna get this jump box up out of the car. Y'all know what it is, man. Your boy Rich_everything
With an A.
and that boy J.T.Verified, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like I sat down the majority of the day, I was feeling a little rough. I ain't gonna lie, man. Just jump up. I ate a little breakfast. Didn't have lunch. You know what I'm saying? Turn around. I had to take me a little break, grab me some water, throw me some vitamins in me, and get back to rolling. So with that being said, man, shoot, that's pretty much it, man. I'm gonna put this stuff right here up for night. Go in the house, probably work on the dash a little bit to get these wires figured out on the dash. And that's pretty much it, man. Your boy Rich Everything, man. We out. Yeah, and the door panel is back on that thing, boy. You see it? Got that thing fabbed up in there. With that popper. Push them wires back in there. We're gonna see if we can put that speaker ring in there. I can start drilling me some holes for my LEDs and everything. This Toot already got them poppers working like that. That'll be nice, Toot. You got them poppers jumping like that, boy. I'm gonna take this battery. See this battery in the car right here. But we done for the night. You see it one more time, man. Showtime, man.